right, so we're back with another deep dive, and today we're taking a look at Filipe Luís.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him?
Of course, yeah.
He's a legendary player, and now he's taken on a brand new challenge, leading Flamengo as their head coach.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think a lot of people, when they heard about this, were like, whoa, can he actually pull this off? Can he replicate that same success
Right.
from the sidelines, as a coach that he had on the field? And I think...
And especially at a club like Flamengo with those fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those fans are intense. They want to win.
Yeah.
And they want to win big.
For sure.
So it's a tough job. But his journey so far, it's already creating a lot of buzz.
It is. And what I find so interesting is that even back when he was playing, you could see that coaching mind. He wasn't just out there, kicking the ball. He was analyzing, thinking a few steps ahead.
Look almost like a coach on the field.
Yeah, dissecting plays, formations, all that.
Yeah, it wasn't just instinct, right? I mean, a lot of people saw this coaching career coming like it was written in the stars. But what's really fascinating to me is just how quickly he's moved up the ranks at Flamengo.
Oh, yeah.
So starting with the under-17s, then to the under-20s, and now, boom, he's leading the main squad.
Yeah, and I think that progression, that rapid rise really says something. It's not just about his name recognition. He clearly earned it.
Right.
There's talent there and a deep understanding of the club's culture, and I think that's important.
For sure. He's got that Flamengo DNA in him.
Yeah.
But let's talk about his coaching style for a second, because it seems like he's been influenced by some of the biggest names in football. I mean, we're talking Simeone, Mourinho, Jesus tight, like a whole dream team of tactical masterminds.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you can see elements of each of those guys in his approach. It's really like this, amazing blend of different styles.
Yeah, like a melting pot of coaching philosophy.
Exactly. So let's start with Simeone, his manager back at Atletico Madrid.
Okay, yeah. I mean, think about it. Defensive steel, tactical discipline, that relentless pressing style, charisma.
Oh, yeah, charisma.
And I think under Simeone, Filipe Luís really learned how to build that impenetrable backline.
Yeah.
That solid foundation, which, could be crucial for Flamengo.
Yeah, Simeone's Atletico, they were known for being so tough to break down.
Oh, yeah.
But then you've got Filipe Luís working with Mourinho, the special one.
Oh, yeah.
And Mourinho is all about meticulous attention to detail.
Everything.
In training on match day.
Yeah, at clubs like Chelsea and Real Madrid.
Right.
He drilled into him the importance of, thorough preparation, that obsessive focus on all the little things.
It's not just fitness drills, right?
No.
It's like understanding the opponent, finding those weaknesses, crafting a game plan down to the tiniest detail.
Oh, yeah. Every single detail matters.
So we've got that defensive grit from Simeone, the tactical mind games from Mourinho. What other ingredients went into this, coaching recipe?
And you can't forget the Flamengo flavor.
Well, no.
Like Jorge Jesus.
Yeah.
He completely revolutionized the club with that high-energy attacking style, that fluid 4-2-3-1 formation, all about possession, quick transitions.
Oh, yeah.
And Filipe Luís was a key part of that team.
Right.
So he experienced that firsthand, the power of that dynamic offense.
Oh, man. Jorge Jesus, the man who brought the beautiful game back to Flamengo.
He did.
So I'm curious, do you think that attacking style, do you think that's influenced Filipe Luís' vision for the club? Like, could we see some echoes of that in his approach?
Oh, I definitely think it's a possibility. I mean, he has spoken about building a team that's, defensively solid, but also offensively potent.
Right.
And that attacking flair from Jesus' era could be a big part of that. But we can't forget about one more influence, Tite.
Yes, Tite, the manager of the Brazilian national team.
Yeah.
Known for building that strong team spirit and focusing on organization.
Yeah.
What do you think Filipe Luís took away from that experience?
Yeah.
I think from Tite, he learned about man management, building trust within the squad, creating that winning mentality.
So it goes beyond tactics.
Oh, yeah.
It's about building a cohesive unit where everyone feels valued and understands their role.
Absolutely, and I think that's something that he's really brought to Flamengo.
It's not just about formations and strategies. It's about leadership motivation, creating a team that's greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack here.
There is.
It sounds like Filipe Luís has been absorbing all these lessons from some of the best in the business.
Absolutely. He's been exposed to so many different philosophies, each with its own, strengths and nuances. So it begs the question, how will he combine all these influences into something that's uniquely his own?
That's the million-dollar question.
Exactly.
And we'll get into that for sure. But first, I think we need to take a look at his time with Flamengo's youth teams.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that experience might give us some clues about his coaching DNA.
For sure, his work with those youth teams is often overlooked, but I think it's a key part of understanding his overall approach and his vision for Flamengo's future.
Yeah. All right. So let's shift gears and delve into those youth coaching days.
Okay.
What were some of his accomplishments? What did we see in that period that revealed his coaching style and philosophy?
So it was more than just a stepping stone. You know,
Sure,
it was
yeah.
like a laboratory where he could kind of experiment, refine his methods, and really, figure out how to get the best out of young players.
So like a proving ground away from the spotlight of the main squad.
Exactly.
So what stood out to you during that time with the youth teams? Any notable achievements or even just glimpses of his coaching philosophy?
He achieved quite a bit, actually.
Yes.
He led both the under-17s and the under-20s to some significant victories, including a national championship with the under-20s.
Wow.
But beyond just, the trophies,
Yeah.
it was his approach that really drew attention.
Okay, so he was winning, which obviously always helps.
Yeah.
But what was it about his approach that made people kind of take notice?
He emphasized holistic development.
Okay.
It wasn't just about tactics, and winning at all costs.
Yeah.
He was focused on building well-rounded individuals, disciplined, committed, resilient, in addition to being skilled footballers.
So it sounds like he's carrying that philosophy into his role with the main squad.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we talked earlier about the influence of Simeone Mourinho type,
All right.
but it seems like his own experience working with these young players has also really shaped his approach.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's talked about wanting to develop players who are not just talented athletes, but also, dedicated professionals with strong character.
Right.
And you can see that in how he interacts with the players, how he emphasizes discipline, teamwork, how he celebrates not just goals, but also effort commitment, those things.
He's building a culture, a mindset,
Yeah.
not just a team.
Exactly.
It's like he's laying the foundation for that sustained success. Something that goes beyond just winning in the short term.
Right. He's creating this environment where players can thrive both on and off the field.
Yeah.
And I think that's a legacy that could have a lasting impact on the club.
That's a great point. It's not just about the next match. It's about building that culture of excellence that permeates the entire organization.
Exactly.
But let's face it, he's now at the helm of one of Brazil's most demanding clubs. The pressure is immense.
It is.
How do you think he handles that weight of expectation?
He's acknowledged the pressure,
Okay.
but he seems to be embracing it, He knows what comes with managing Flamengo.
Right.
A club with that passionate fan base.
Oh, yeah.
That demands attacking, entertaining football.
Yeah. Those fans, they're known for their intensity.
Oh, yeah.
They don't just want to win. They want to win in style.
For sure.
Does that affect how he approaches the game? Do you think he feels that pressure to play a certain way to appease those fans?
He's spoken about, wanting to stay true to Flamengo's attacking traditions.
Okay.
But also building a team that is defensively sound and tactically disciplined.
Right.
So it's a delicate balance.
Yeah, it is.
But remember, he was part of that team under Jorge Jesus
Right.
that brought that attacking flair back to Flamengo.
Right.
So he understands what those fans want,
Yeah.
and he's drawing on that experience.
So it's not just about pleasing the fans. It's about finding that style that aligns with the club's identity.
Yeah.
Something that he believes in and something that can bring success.
Right.
But managing a club like Flamengo, it goes beyond just tactics and formations, right?
Yeah.
It's about personalities.
Yeah.
Egos making tough divisions.
For sure.
How does he handle that side of the job?
I think that's where his experience as a player,
Okay.
especially under managers like Mourinho and Tite, really comes into play. He's learned how to manage different personalities, how to motivate players, how to build that cohesive unit.
And don't forget, he played alongside many of these players
yeah.
just a few years ago.
Exactly.
That's got to be a unique advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that shared history, that camaraderie, it's almost like he's coaching a group of friends.
Right.
Does that make it easier to implement his ideas, to get that buy-in from the players?
I think it certainly helps. There's already a level of trust and understanding there.
Right.
They know him, they respect him, they've seen firsthand his commitment to the club.
Yeah.
But it also presents its own challenges,
Right.
Managing former teammates can be tricky.
Right.
Especially when you have to make those tough decisions about playing time or tactics.
Right. It's that balancing act. maintaining that friendly rapport.
Yeah.
While also establishing yourself as the authority figure, the one who makes the final call.
Exactly.
So he's got the tactical knowledge, he's got the man management skills, he's got that connection with the players, and a deep understanding of the club's culture.
Right.
But can he handle the pressure?
That's the question.
Can he meet those sky-high expectations?
Yeah.
Can he actually achieve the kind of success that would solidify his legacy as a coach?
I think that's the question that everyone is asking.
Yeah.
The early signs are promising, but the real test is just beginning.
Yeah.
That pressure cooker of Brazilian football is unforgiving.
It is.
And Flamengo fans are particularly demanding.
Yeah, and he's talked about the emotional toll of being a coach. Right?
Yeah.
The weight of responsibility for every decision, every outcome.
It's heavy.
It's a different kind of pressure than he faced as a player.
For sure, as a player, you can control your own performance.
Right.
But as a coach, so much is out of your hand.
You're the mercy of so many things.
You are.
It's about managing those expectations, staying focused amidst the chaos.
Right.
And finding a way to inspire and motivate your players, even when things are tough.
And that's not easy.
It's not.
It's a mental game as much as it is a tactical one.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's not just about formations and tactics.
Yeah.
It's about leadership resilience.
Yeah.
And the ability to handle those inevitable setbacks
Right.
that come with managing a high-profile club.
It comes with the territory.
It's a fascinating dynamic, and I think we're really just seeing the beginning of his journey as a coach.
We are. It's exciting.
It is, and that's what makes this whole story so intriguing.
Yeah.
We're witnessing a transition, an evolution, a player stepping into a new role,
Right.
a club with a rich history looking to reclaim its glory,
Yeah.
and a coach trying to carve his own path in this really demanding and often unforgiving world.
It's a great story.
It is. And remember, we framed this whole deep dive around a central question.
Yeah.
Can Filipe Luís become a coaching legend
Right.
that rivals his playing career?
Huge question.
We've explored his influences, his time with the youth teams, the challenges that he faces as head coach, and the pressure that he's under.
Sure.
But now I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about what success might actually look like for him at Flamengo. We've talked about how much pressure he's under.
Yeah.
So what are the benchmarks for success here? Is it all about trophies, or is there more to it?
I mean, trophies are a big part of it.
Yeah.
Especially at a club like Flamengo. I mean, they're expected to compete for every title,
Right.
domestically, internationally. But I think for Filipe Luís, it goes beyond that.
Okay, so trophies are a given. But what else would signal a successful tenure for him at Flamengo?
I think it's about establishing a style of play that really resonates with the fans.
Okay.
Something that reflects Flamengo's attacking traditions, but also incorporates that tactical discipline that he's learned from, Simeone, Mourinho, all those guys.
Right. We talked about how much those Flamengo fans love that beautiful game style. So it's not just about winning.
Yeah.
It's about winning with flair.
Exactly. And I think it's also about developing young talent, nurturing that next generation of Flamengo stars. That's something that he clearly prioritizes based on his work with the youth teams.
So it's about building for the future, creating a sustainable model for success that goes beyond just his time as coach.
Exactly. Leaving the club in a better place than he found it.
And, we can't forget, he had a pretty remarkable playing career himself.
Right, yeah.
Winning titles with Atletico Madrid, Chelsea, the Brazilian national team.
Yeah.
Does that experience, do you think, translate into coaching success?
I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to win at the highest level.
Right.
He's been in those pressure-packed situations. He understands the mentality of a champion.
It's like he's lived the dream, and now he's trying to guide others down that same path.
Yeah.
But even with all of that experience, the tactical knowledge, the mentorship he's received, it's still a massive challenge.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge challenge.
I mean, can he overcome all those obstacles?
It's tough.
Can he navigate those egos and the politics? Can he make those tough decisions that sometimes alienate players or even fans?
You have to.
Can he handle the inevitable criticism that comes with being in the spotlight?
Comes with the territory.
It does. Can he stay true to his vision even when the pressure is mounting?
That's the key.
That's the key. And those are the questions that are really going to define his legacy as a coach.
Absolutely. And it's all unfolding right now.
Yeah.
In real time.
We're not just watching a football team. We're watching a coach's evolution.
Yeah. And I think
Exciting.
it is. And that brings us back to that central question we posed at the beginning. Can Filipe Luís become a coaching legend that rivals his achievements as a player?
That's the question.
And it's a question only time will answer.
It is.
But one thing is for sure, his journey is going to be fascinating to follow.
So there you have it. Our deep dive into the career transition of Filipe Luís, from decorated player to the man at the helm of Flamengo. We explored his influences, the challenges that he's facing, the expectations that are on his shoulders, and what success might look like for him. We talked about his coaching philosophy, the tactical nuances, his focus on holistic player development.
For sure.
We saw how his experience, both on and off the field, has shaped his approach to the game, and we got a glimpse of that weight of responsibility that he carries as he tries to navigate that pressure cooker of Brazilian football.
It's a lot.
It is, but this is just the beginning of his story. Those chapters are still being written, the outcomes are uncertain, and that's what makes it so compelling. So as you continue to follow his career, keep this question in mind. Can Filipe Luís not only achieve success at Flamengo, but can he actually forge a coaching legacy that eclipses his accomplishments as a player?
I don't know. That's what we'll all be watching for.
That's the question that'll keep us all on the edge of our seats.
It will.
And that's the beauty of the beautiful game, right? The drama, the unpredictability, the constant evolution.
It's the best.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll be back soon with another fascinating story from the world of sports culture and beyond. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.